tonight to all but secure their title. It's still a chance for Southampton to go level on points with Wolves, despite the fact that they would need to win by 12 tonight to take the title off them. It's Southampton Under-23s against Sunderland. A very good evening. I'm Ian Wilding, and delighted to say that Nathan Teller joins me as well this evening for this match. It's live on the Saints Facebook page and YouTube channel. Sunderland at bottom of the table, but they will want to end the season on a high, particularly with a 600 or so mile round trip. Well, it's the final match. It's here at St Mary's Stadium, and it's a fairly similar side to the one that last played away from home at West Bromwich Albion last week for Southampton, including that man you just saw a second ago, Jake Vokins. Sunderland have not won very many games at all this season in the league, but at their best they have pulled off some impressive results as well. It's live, it's Saints FC Facebook and YouTube channel, and we are just minutes away from kickoff. The referee today is Mr. Paul Howard, and let's go through those Southampton sides. Harry Lewis in goal for Southampton, the former Shrewsbury goalkeeper. A back three of Erin O'Driscoll, Alfie Jones, who spent a spell on loan at St Mirren earlier this season, and Christoph Clara, Kane Ramsey and Jake Vokins, the wing-backs, with Hamblin, O'Connor and Smallbone in the middle, playing just in front of them, and Tyreek Johnson up front with Nlundulu. Saints substitutes: Solofunwa, Jack Rose, Callum Watts, Will Ferry and Marcus Barnes. Those are your subs. We'll go for the Sunderland side in a second, but it's Sunderland who get us underway. They've got Patterson in goal, Gamble, Young, Collins, Kokolo at the back, Conley and Neal in the middle, with Mumba, Hackett and Conley the attacking midfielders behind Jim Bioka. Pleased to say, as I was saying a second ago, Nathan Teller with me in the commentary box, and Nathan unfortunately picked up an injury in that last match, Premier International Cup. What's the situation there as far as that's concerned?
Yeah, obviously picked up a bit of an injury, out for a while, I guess, but obviously the road to recovery started now, so it's all looking positive, all looking good. So I'm just looking forward to watching the boys tonight, and hopefully we can get a result and look forward to the playoffs. Yeah,
that's good news. Yeah, playoffs certainly something to get excited about, and Southampton will be at home unless they lose by 3 goals tonight. The playoff is likely to be this Friday. So throw to Southampton then, which is going to be taken early on here from Thomas O'Connor, the captain. So just a reminder then, the goal difference is 12 between Wolves, top of the table, and Southampton in third. Just a point will be needed to take Saints to second. But Wolves came from 2 goals down to beat Manchester United 3-2. They were 2-0 down with just 10 minutes to go. I bet you couldn't believe that, could you? You probably thought that Manchester United was so close to pulling it off. It was a terrific comeback from Wolves in the end.
Yeah, obviously watching the game, celebrating when Man United were winning, then scoring. We all thought as a team that this is it. This is our chance to do something big. And even though Wolves came back, fair play to them, but we still got a chance to do another good thing tonight, get a win, end the season well, and then look forward to playoffs.
And an early chance here, Johnson, and it was just over Slattery. It's Smallbone, I should say, but Saints still in possession. Back again towards O'Connor. That was nearly an early opportunity there. Could get another one here. Nearly found Vokins, headed clear. And then Nlundulu couldn't quite get there. Sunderland volley it away that time. It's Michael Collins who clears past the halfway line. So if Saints can get that early goal, that would certainly relieve some pressure. Saints have generally started off well in matches this season. It's been a terrific season. It's been well improved as well from the last campaign, where Saints just missed out on a playoff place, and they were going into this game last season needing a win and other results to go their way. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Results didn't go their way, and Saints just missed out on that top 5 place. But here we are again, that early opportunity. It was a decent ball into the penalty area, and it was Johnson's cross. Smallbone, who scored a number of goals from long distance, nearly scored from his head there. And Muddy Jahidi will be pleased with what he's seen so far. Here's Dan Neal. a deep-lying midfielder. Forward again, an opportunity now for Lee Connolly. Lee Connolly could score here, and he does from a tight angle. And that's an early blow for Southampton within the first 3 minutes. And Lee Connolly, it looked like he had it all to do from there, but Connolly finishes. And it's a surprise early lead for the away side. Saints 0, Sunderland 1. Disappointment there for Southampton.
Yeah, obviously didn't sort of a sucker punch. We didn't expect to concede a goal this early, but we're used to digging deep like we did against Zagreb, get another goal, we'll score. I believe we'll score, so I'm not overly worried.
Yeah, it's been an attacking intent from Southampton up to that point in the first 3 minutes, but then get in behind the defence. Sunderland, first time they get the ball in the final third, and they take advantage. It's a goal, it's Lee Connolly who scores. And Lee Connolly, who started his career at Queen's Park Rangers, has gone and got the early goal for the away side. Here is O'Connor. Could be an enthralling game, this one, if the first 4 minutes is anything to go by. Saints had a chance early on to take the lead, and now they might have a chance to go on the attack again here. Smallbone to Johnson. One back from Michael Collins. It's match number 22, the final game of the season. So Southampton were top of the PL2 Division 2 with just 2 matches left to play. 2 points more than Wolves, but despite the fact it was a decent point away at West Bromwich Albion, Wolves took advantage of both of those games. Will Smallbone gave Saints the lead in that 1-1 draw last week. And then opportunity here for Southampton to equalise straight away. And Lundeloo back. Now then it opens up here. Ramsey into the penalty area. Headed away from Jacob Young. Vokins. Oh, so close to finding a Saints foot. It's been entertaining first 5 minutes. Chance after chance. Here's Johnson. Smallbone hits the target but couldn't find the back of the net, and it was well saved from Anthony Patterson. In for Max Strycek this evening. And Johnson back to Smallbone. But Johnson's looked lively, hasn't he, early on in this game?
He's getting on the ball, getting himself in nice positions, nice pockets, and that's what he's good at, getting on the ball and driving and playing well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do tonight.
Well, Sunderland started the season with a 2-1 defeat at home to Stoke. They then lost 5-0 to Newcastle and 4-1 against Reading. Bottom of the table, they are going to finish bottom, but they get off to an excellent start here. And it was Lee Connolly who rounded the keeper from a tight angle, found the back of the net. And it would have been a particular body blow for Southampton had they needed to win or just get a draw to seal the title. As we were saying before the game, they need a 12-goal swing in which to do that. It's out towards the right from O'Driscoll. Form from O'Clara is Lundeloo.
Good done.
Good play there. Just too short for Vokins, and the right idea. Here he is again. How much you enjoy playing at St Mary's Stadium, you know, when you look at the experience that you had a couple of weeks ago. Despite that injury, it was a great atmosphere, wasn't it, in the International Cup?
Yeah, obviously it's a great experience playing here. As a young boy, everyone wants to play in a Premier League stadium, a Premier League pitch, and obviously I've been fortunate enough to be able to play for a Premier League club. So playing at their home grounds, been a great feeling for me, great experience. So even though it ended abruptly, I'm obviously happy that I was still able to be a part of that team's run to the semi-final and also to play at the stadium. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, there's been lots to get excited about in all competitions this season for Saints Under-23s. Here's Vokins and O'Connor, Hamblin. Here's Clara, the Austrian. Smallbone, lovely football. Can Ramsey find the cross? It was not too far away from Johnson. Beautiful play though down that right-hand side. Lovely build-up play. Jones to Vokins. Smallbone. Oh, just couldn't find the finish, but you have to say it was just that one bit of switch off at the back which allowed Sunderland to score. But it's funny to say this, but even though they're 1-0 down, it has been all Southampton, really.
Yes, Sunderland can't really deal with the pressure we're putting them under, and obviously that's something the boys have worked on during the week. Just putting them under pressure, the way we press and the way we like to get at teams. And obviously our game plan's working, bar the goal. But no, I believe we're playing well, and I feel like we will get a goal, we will score, and we'll win this game.
Well, I did think this match would be open. Didn't realise it would be this open early on, but it's been a great game so far.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Saints, it's Sunderland who take that early lead. Sunderland have won just that one game against Reading in the last 17 league matches since September. And now it's throw, which is going to be taken once more from Alfie Jones, who had 14 league appearances at St Mirren earlier in the season. Here's Nlundulu. Tall, powerful striker Nlundulu. You imagine if he gets a chance, he will take it tonight. Aimed up towards Kane Ramsey, who made his league debut against Manchester City, aged 18 and 81 days back in December. Great experience for him. Here's Nlundulu. Ramsey again. Vokins in a space if he can find him. Vokins still wants it. He's got it now. Oh, and it's Smallbone again. Another volley. Another one misses the target. But you have to say that's 3 chances Will Smallbone's had now inside the first 10 minutes.
Getting himself in good positions. So looking hungry. I think he'll score today.
Yeah. He is. He's getting the service. He's getting in there, as you say. Vokins doing well down that left-hand side, and Ramsey down the right already. But it's a surprise lead for Sunderland here, who've scored early on against the run of play. And now it's Nlundulu back to Vokins once more, who's got acres of space again down this left-hand side. O'Connor drifts it out wide to the right. 3 in the box, chipped in, nearly found Johnson. Sunderland doing well, to be fair, to get these clearances in. That was Jacob Young that time who headed clear. Hackett forward for Sunderland. Now it's Jim Pioka. I think Saints have been so attacking, that's possibly why a gap opened up down that right-hand side. Sunderland goal after 3 minutes. One back from Alfie Jones. And here he is again, back to Vokins. Mentioned Kane Ramsey there, though, about first team experience. How much has it given everyone a lift, Ralph Hasenhüttl, with all the players he's given chances to at the moment?
Yeah, obviously just being in and around these boys, because we're quite a close group, just speaking to all of them after they've made the opportunities, they've all said that the manager really likes young players and he wants to push young players. So I believe that it's going to help us just mentally as well, because we know if we play well, we'll get our chance. Like just looking at Kane, Jan, Callum, even boys who've just been training with them, Tyreek, Jake, Alfie, everyone's got an opportunity. So it doesn't matter who you are, if you play well and the manager can trust you, I believe you'll get a chance, and he believes you deserve a chance. So it's been good him coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. Loads of players, as you say, getting that opportunity, and I'm sure plenty more next season as well. Sunderland in possession, Jacob Young. Here's Michael Collins. Easily picked up there from Harry Lewis. So a goal within the first 3 minutes. It was Lee Connolly who finished, rounded the keeper. Sunderland have gone 7 games without a win in all competitions since beating Peterborough 6-2 in the PL Cup. But they have defended well here early on. Foul that time on Tyreek Johnson. Here's Alfie Jones. Clara to Nlundulu. Again, Vokins on the left, if he can find him. But that is an option for Southampton so far. Vokins, every time he's on that left-hand side, in acres of space. Well one back from Kane Ramsey. They've organised themselves well, though, haven't they, Saints, since Sunderland took the lead?
Yeah, obviously just the formation we want to play, the way we want to play it, the positions everyone's getting themselves in. I think it's good. It's been an aggressive start from us, bar the goal, but I believe and I feel that we will get a goal just based off how we're playing. So it's good. The team's growing in confidence. We've had chances, so I'm sure we'll convert one of them.
Here is O'Connor towards the right to Clara. Ramsey. Back to Clara. Here is St Mary's Stadium. Under-23s football on the Saints FC Facebook page and YouTube channel. That early goal after 3 minutes from Connolly, separating the two sides. Saints been on top though ever since. Hamblin to Nlundulu. Connor just loses out there as he tried the 1-2 with Smallbone. Here's Jacob Young. Collins forward. Jim Pioka. Not got options. Being forced back. I thought he may not need them for a second. Infield to Jake Hackett. To Jacob Young. Here's the Sunderland skipper, Owen Gamble. Here's Young again, who's had plenty of touches so far tonight and heading everything away as well. Here's Gamble. Cleared from Alfie Jones. Is that a push on Vokins? Yes, it is. And a bit of relief there for Southampton to win the free kick. So the first 10 minutes, all Southampton, despite the fact Sunderland took the lead. Last 4 or 5 minutes just quietened down slightly. Headed on from Gamble. Sunderland just starting to get a little bit more comfortable now than they were earlier on. Saints had an awful lot of possession, but Sunderland just content to keep possession for the moment. Here's Jacob Young. Well, despite the fact Wolves won, Reading in second lost, which means we're saying a point will be enough to make Southampton runners-up going into the playoffs. Still, as things stand, it will be home advantage for Saints. And if Southampton do finish second, which they're not in at the moment, they'll be at home to Aston Villa. And if they finish third, which is where they stand, it looks like they'll be at home to Newcastle United. We will have live online TV coverage of that playoff match as well. How exciting is that going to be as well, in those playoff knockout competitions?
Yeah, it'll be a good experience, I think, for the boys. It'll be something we've not had before, but it will just be good to play, and I guess competition more realistic, a lot more on the line. So no, I think the boys will cope with it well, and we'll all be looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be a good pressured situation. Here's a chance now for Jones, who hits it. Second attempt on target for Southampton, and that time it was once again pretty much bread and butter there for the goalkeeper Anthony Patterson. But better from Southampton there again on the attack. Alfie Jones. The good thing with Southampton, despite the fact they've got O'Driscoll, Jones, Clara centre back, they're all capable of moving forward at the same time as well, aren't they?
Yeah, that's why it's very good to be playing with them, because they can sort of ease the pressure by just stepping in, giving them obviously more time on the ball, and then forcing players to come out of their positions, and then giving us more space as attackers. So yeah, it's good. That's why I like playing with all three of them, and even when Tom goes at the back as well, it's nice to play with Tom as well.
Yeah, so absolutely, he can do that as well, that's for sure. It is offside there. So Saints looking to come forward. Sunderland's last match was a 1-1 draw against Fulham. It was Lee Connolly who scored after 3 minutes here, got the 89th minute equaliser for Sunderland against Fulham. Apuku had given Fulham the lead. Chance now for Johnson if he can get there. He can't, he was late. There's a foul on Anthony Patterson in the Sunderland goal. Well, no malice in that. He was certainly going for the ball, but just caught him in the end. But this was an early chance. That was within the first 90 seconds. As it was over small
Tyreek Johnson, very good cross.
Yeah, it was, and it was just so close, and had that have gone in. I wonder if Saints could have been a couple in front by now. Here's Anundaloo. This could be an opportunity, though. Lovely play. Ramsey. Not a bad ball either. Oh, Vokins gets their header to it. Here's Smallbone. Aaron O'Driscoll. O'Connor. Out from Harry Hamblin. Here's Ramsey again. Is that going to be a goal kick? It is, and it's frustration in the end. The move breaks down. We're nearly halfway through the first half already, and that early Sunderland goal separating the two teams. So that was that late challenge in the end a couple of minutes ago from Tyreek Johnson. And Sunderland have just what they want at the moment. So they've got a goal kick. Although Saints have been excellent at home. There's Roddy Shahidi, the Saints Under-23s coach, who says that players are really disappointed that not going to win the league now. Said he's proud to have created that winning mentality. Do you find there's more of a winning mentality now crept in over the last 12 months or so?
Yeah, even just in training, even when we had Craig Fleming as our manager, he sort of, more so this year than last year, we had just had someone just obviously there as well alongside Raddy just to help us and guide us, and so I think that's also been the help. And then Paul Buckle coming in has also helped us. But even as a team, as ourselves, this was a very good team initially, and then the boys who've stepped up from 18s to 23s, they've done well, not really phased them. So I think we've also sort of pushed that ourselves, like we've given ourselves that more winning mentality. So I think now it's good. I think everyone can hold their heads high at the end of the season, whether we get promoted or not. We've had a good season. So
yeah, you can certainly tell it shows as well, as you say, that winning mentality. So Nathan Teller with me in the commentary box tonight for this Under-23s clash. We're halfway through the first half. And I was just saying about that mentality. Saints have won a lot more than they've lost this season. Now then, can they get an equaliser? Anundaloo. In again, O'Connor misses it. Oh, and it's just fine margins for Southampton here tonight. O'Connor couldn't find the finish, neither could Tyreek Johnson, and it was just a little bit behind him. But once again, the Saints banging on the door. And more creativity from the middle there from Anundaloo. Smallbone just couldn't get the shot away, and it went just behind Tyreek Johnson. There's been nothing wrong with the build-up play, is there, for Saints at the moment?
Nah,
it's just finding the finish.
That's sort of been a bit of a problem this season as well, but luckily we do get goals. So, like I said, I'm not worried that we've not scored now, because I believe we will score today. So,
yeah, just got to stay patient here. I'm sure, as you say, it will come, especially the way Saints have created opportunities. If they keep creating them out that they have early on, then they'll score tonight. There's no doubt about that, as Saints find Vokins. Certainly know where the back of the net is. Saints, they've scored 18 goals in the last 8 matches in all competitions. Saying about that formation with the players pushing forward from the central defence, are you enjoying playing in this formation as well yourself?
Yeah, I'm playing obviously in the middle with 2 strikers ahead of me. It means I get a lot more space and a lot more of the ball, and that's what I want to do. I want to get on the ball, drive at players and create chances, get shots off. But even just to play with, like, we have wing-backs now, wing-backs pressing their full-backs, which I think is good, because it allows us to sort of step in more, get more aggressive with our press. So I do like it.
Yeah, it's working a lot as well today with like Vokins and Ramsey in space tonight, and Lundaloo there tracking back, and it's back towards Alfie Jones and Hamlin. Saints have had 2 attempts on target. They've got it in the box several times so far tonight. Yet to find the back of the net though. Here's Johnson. This could be a chance. Oh, it's off the crossbar. Back to Smallbone, and that's not far off either. Corner kick, Saints first of the game though. Well, that's the best chance of the game so far for the home team. Once again, Ramsey up to Johnson, who's been all action here, Tyreek Johnson. Another one who's been involved in the squad with the senior team this season, Tyreek Johnson. It's a terrific strike, wasn't it, off the crossbar, so unlucky there. And then the follow-up from Smallbone again. But a corner kick. This is another way that Saints have scored a number of goals this season from corners. They have been dangerous from set pieces. It's Johnson to take the corner kick.
Yeah, we work a lot on set pieces, defensive and attacking, so that's why I feel we don't really concede many goals from the first phase of corners, and that's why we score a lot from corners. So
yeah, you can tell it's paid off this season. Let's see if Saints can get a goal here. Tyreek Johnson, who hit the bar to take the corner, and is flicked on, and it really could have gone anywhere. It was a decent corner, and here's Johnson again. Decent delivery, the header, yes. And there's the equaliser.
It's a good.
It's Christophe Clara. You didn't feel like Saints would be behind for too much longer if they kept banging on the door, and eventually it is 1-1, and Clara brings it back all square. Saints 1, Sunderland 1.
It's been coming. I knew we were going to score, so now it's just about scoring now and winning the game.
Yeah, terrific cross again. Once again, those crosses into the box have been so consistent for Saints tonight. Johnson, and it was Clara eventually with the final touch. There was a melee of players in there, but it was Clara who scored, and he only signed a contract until 2021 a couple of weeks ago to extend his contract. And he's been a big part in this Saints team, Christophe Clara, again this season. And he finds the back of the net. Another example there of defenders doing their bit moving forward. Good header. But it was only a matter of time, wasn't it? The way Saints were playing.
The goal's been coming. We've been playing well, creating chances. So happy we scored now. And then if we continue to play how we're going to play, we just score more, win the game. Everyone can go home happy. Then look forward to the playoffs on Friday.
Absolutely. So as things stand, Saints moving up to second in the table, and will play Aston Villa in the playoffs. But it can all change between now and full time. Imagine there could be other goals to come between now and half time with 18 left. Chance now. Johnson could make it 2-1 here. Oh, and he does.
Sensational finish.
Tyreek Johnson, 2 goals in 2 minutes. You could tell as soon as he hit it, that was finding the back of the net. And Saints have turned this match right around here at St Mary's Stadium. It's 2-1. Lovely finish.
Yeah, very, very good finish.
And again, credit has to go there for Thomas O'Connor to feed Johnson through, and Saints do take the lead. And again, it was open anyway when Saints are 1-0 down. It's become even more open since, and Johnson has made it 2-1. And how funny how things could change in the space of 2 minutes. All of a sudden, Saints in front. And a deserved lead. I mean, Sunderland have had that one chance after 3 minutes, and that was it. But free kick, and Lundalu wins it. Now everything's going Southampton's way. Imagine if Southampton could score from this as well. It would be quite a 5 minutes if they could. Good play. He's grown into the game as well, hasn't he, in Lundalu here?
Yeah, he likes to get on the ball, get touches. I think that's like every player. First few touches gets you going, and his first few touches have been good. Being involved in a lot of the play, so he's had a good game so far.
Let's see if Southampton can make it 3 here. Johnson, who made that assist about 4 minutes ago when he crossed in from the right edge of the penalty area, this time with a free kick. It is Johnson. It's aimed towards Clare again with a header, who was looking for his second goal in the space of 4 minutes. It was a chance, but couldn't find the target that time. And there's another good ball in from Johnson. And
Yeah, very good crosser of the ball. We've all noticed this, so we've all been trying to tell him this the whole season, and obviously today it's working for him.
Yeah, could have got his second then. But he went over the crossbar, half an hour gone, 2-1. And much better from Southampton, who were creating the opportunities but weren't finding the finish. This time they found 2 in 2 minutes. Southampton have won 6 of the last 9 matches in the PL2. They lost 2-1 at home to Reading, 3-1 at Wolves, and they drew at West Brom, but generally been excellent in the league this season. Saints senior side survived in the Premier League with that point against Bournemouth at the weekend, while Sunderland could well move up via the playoffs. Massive club, Sunderland. They will hope to move back to the Championship the first time of asking. Former Eastleigh chairman Stuart Donald investing in them last summer, and now it's a corner kick, their first corner of the first half. How important is it now that Saints just stay focused, because it's supposed to be easy to lose a bit of concentration there, because Sunderland haven't created anything for a while.
Yeah, obviously mentally just a case of switching on and staying focused, but if we just continue to keep on the ball, keep being on the ball, playing, pressing high, then I feel that the defence won't really have much more to do, and we won't really be troubled by them, so we'll score another goal and that will surely kill the game off.
Well, Clara heads it behind. It's the second consecutive corner. Saints are a goal down, not anymore. They are 2-1 up. Turn the match round on its head. It's not a bad ball. It's an opportunity. It nearly found Connolly, who was looking for his brace, but it's cleared. Here's Jack Connolly. Lee Connolly's namesake, back towards Owen Gamble, and that's far too close to Harry Lewis. Saints have 13 minutes left to hold on to this lead or even extend it. Lewis up towards Clara to O'Driscoll. So it is the PL2 Division 2. So just a reminder, oh no, given away, we'll go back to that in a second. Jim Pioka, Jack Connolly, Jake Hackett, tackle comes in. It was Ramsey with a challenge. A good couple of minutes from Sunderland here, putting the pressure on Southampton. As I say, it's a Division 2 in the PL2 Under-23s here. It's a league of 12. Southampton will be heading to second as things stand. And if they win the playoffs, we'll go up to the top flight of the Under-23s PL2, which will have the likes of Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal waiting. Although Manchester United are one side in Division 2 and they're down the middle of the table. Here's a chance now for Dan Neil for Sunderland. Back to Owen Gamble. Jack Connolly. Bale Mumba to the left-hand side. Here he is again. Made his senior debut for Sunderland against Wolves last season. Coming on for John O'Shea on the final game of the season. And here is Michael Collins. Jim Pioka across. Here's an opportunity for Owen Gamble, who's had plenty of the ball on his right-hand side for Sunderland. Well played. Good header from Jones. O'Connor kicks it off his man and does very well to win a throw for Southampton. Once again eases the pressure. But about 60% of Southampton's goals this season have come in the last half an hour. So what does that tell you about fitness levels and just keeping going till the end?
Yeah, as a team, I felt like, especially from pre-season, we worked hard on becoming fit, becoming stronger, faster, quicker, just being able to last longer in games. And obviously it's shown. We've not really been tired in games where we've not really had much of the ball. So I say Man United away and Villarreal at home, where we were constantly under pressure, but obviously we kept working hard, kept running, making it hard for them. So yeah, I believe as a team we're fit, very fit, and it's helped.
Yeah, it's made a massive difference as out towards the right, towards Ramsey. It was Lundaloo with the ball. And that's better from Southampton. Last 5 minutes has been all Sunderland. Saints finding it difficult to get it out their own half, but eventually they do. And here's a Lundaloo. That was a foul from Hamblin. So you're saying Wolves top with superior goal difference. They've already played their games. They played on Friday nights. Do you have any preferences? Players would have any preferences about who they play in the playoffs, or is it just a case of whoever you get, you get?
I think it's whoever we get really, because obviously the teams who are in the playoffs are there for a reason. Hard games anyway, but in terms of us, or in terms of me, I feel like as a team we can beat anyone. Like we've beat Man United this season, who are probably the biggest name, maybe not the best team in the league, but played really well against them. Wolves at home as well. But
real match for anyone. Johnson nearly found his man. Yeah, matched pretty much every team in this league at some point this season. And now it's forward again to Jim Pioka, who has had plenty of the ball as well for Sunderland. Goes deep as well to support his teammates in midfield. And now it's Owen Gamble again. And now it's back to Jacob Young. Most games played at Staplewood, but just a few played at St Mary's Stadium, including this one tonight. Often the way where Saints play, it's always the opening day of the season, and the last match of the season is generally played at St Mary's Stadium. Saints started the season earlier on with a win, first match of the campaign back in August. Seems a long time ago now. And let's see if Saints can get Sunderland on the breakaway here. Great driving run from the midfield there. It was a lovely run that was from Thomas O'Connor. And he made that assist for Saints' second goal when Tyreek Johnson finished in off the post, but that ball was too heavy in the end. And that's off the back of Jake Vokins. Saints coming from a goal down to lead 2-1 in the space of 2 minutes. And Tyreek Johnson is the man who got Southampton's second goal. It is going to be Gamble to take the throw. Owen Gamble, who signed in 2015 from Doncaster Rovers. Forward only as far as Clara. Risky one from Lewis. But excellent play in the end from Clara to win that free kick. That could have been very dangerous. Could have been self-inflicted there from Southampton, but it didn't happen in the end. Win a free kick, they hold on to this lead. Lewis to take the free kick. Wadijidi said this week on the Saints FC official website that they're really enjoying the ride, and the fact that they've been in the top half for most of the season. He said that experience will be invaluable for these players. Been consistently good, Southampton, this season. Back again to Connolly. And here is Young. Good pass. Away from O'Driscoll. One back from Mumba. Gamble. Connolly. Back to Young. Collins to Young again. Sunderland have won 2 league games all season, as well as Reading. The other one was against West Brom. They took an early lead. Now Saints up towards Johnson. Good attacking options on the bench though as well tonight, aren't they, in the second half, like Sir Will Ferry and Marcus Barnes?
Yeah, it's nice to have Marcus back in the team after a bit of a injury, but scoring as well before he got injured. But no, it's nice to have him back. And then Will as well stepped into the 23s and done really well when called upon. So if needs be, they can make the difference when they're called upon.
Yeah, he knows where the back of the net is, Marcus Barnes, so too does Will Ferry. Here is Owen Gamble again for Sunderland. Back again to Jack Connolly. Last 5 minutes of the first half. Jacob Young. Michael Collins. One back from Clara, but this time out of play. It's been the quietest period of the game so far, though, hasn't it? Really, last 15 minutes, not really much been happening after an enthralling start.
It's always like that, though,
yeah,
with us.
It's always going to quieten down, I suppose, eventually at some point. Let's see what happens in the remainder of this first half. Up towards Johnson. It's one back from Dan Neal. Here's Gamble. Vokins to Lundalu. Vokins making a run again on the left. Went right instead. Lundalu to Ramsey. Kane Ramsey, who joined from Chelsea back in 2017. Played back to O'Driscoll, who finds Jones, who finds Vokins. Here's Aaron O'Driscoll again. Clara. Good run from Johnson. Good tackle from Jacob Young, who's been their standout man really for Sunderland. Jacob Young wins the tackle. Saints getting it in Sunderland's final third for the first time in a while now. Here's Johnson. Good run. In from Ramsey. Causes a problem for the goalkeeper. Patterson can't get there. Smallbone might have a shot here, and he does. You've seen him score from there, haven't you, from a distance, Smallbone?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we found the top corner there.
Yeah, how much of a talent is he as well?
Yeah, he's a very, very good player. Very technically gifted, good with both feet as well. It's a joy playing with him. So hopefully he can add another goal tonight to just show everyone again how good he is.
Yeah, he's scored a number of goals from distance at the training ground this season, a couple of free kicks as well. I suppose he was angled away from goal when he went for the shot, always going to be difficult that time. Here on the Facebook page and YouTube channel, Saints FC Under-23s against Sunderland. 3 goals in the first half, 2 for Saints, 1 for Sunderland. We'll find out in the next minute or so how many minutes of stoppage time we're going to have. I wouldn't have thought any more than 1. Here's Gamble. To Alfie Jones. Johnson. Vokins. Jones wins a throw. Maybe one last chance to come, hopefully, for Saints before half-time. Jones back to O'Driscoll. Wolves will be confirmed champions after tonight. They are just 45 minutes away from winning the title. As optimistic as you can be, he's actually going to get 11 goals in the second half to change that. But they might get another goal before half-time as we head into stoppage time. The 4th official about to put up his board. 2 minutes of added time.
The referee has indicated that there will be a minimum of 2 minutes added time. That's 2 minutes added time.
In from Smallbone, headed on from Clara. That is good communication from Patterson, who picks that ball up in the end. They've got goalkeeper Max Johnston on the bench, who was released by Manchester United in the summer after a successful trial. A number of decent goalkeepers Sunderland do have. Tackle there from O'Connor, off the foot of Lee Connolly. I suppose Saints will just be happy now when they go in 2-1 at half-time and regroup.
Yeah, just don't concede another one before half-time, and then, yeah, just listen to what Reddy has to say. But no, I think he'll be happy with the performance so far, with created chances.
Is Reddy generally calm, is he, in the changing room at half-time?
He can be.
Depends what's happened.
No, I think that's the case with every manager. He knows what to say at half-time to if we're a bit on edge, he knows how to calm us down, or if we need a bit of motivating, he knows what to say. So, no, I think he knows what to say, so it's good that he's obviously our manager, and that's a good trait to have.
Absolutely, yeah, knows exactly when to stay calm and when not to. I'm sure he'll be content with what he's seen so far. Saints have created some good opportunities. He'll be disappointed with that lapse of concentration first 3 minutes in, which gave Sunderland the lead. But the final few seconds now then in the first half. Saints just need to get this ball away to go into the break still 2-1 up. Here is Mumba. Jack Connolly. There's the whistle. So things weren't going too well for Southampton scoreline wise, but they were always playing well. Created a number of opportunities. Sunderland took the lead, and it was a decent finish in the end, but Saints did very well in the end to get 2 goals in a space of 2 minutes. So that's where we are then at St Mary's Stadium, final match of the season. And Nathan Teller's been with me in the commentary box at the first half. Nathan, your thoughts, what you've seen so far?
Yeah, obviously the goal, I felt, came a bit against the run of play. We weren't really expecting it considering how we started, but we didn't really pack it in even after we conceded. We knew we'd have chances, we knew we'd score. We hit the crossbar, created a lot of chances, and then obviously Tyreek put in another good cross. Christoph scored, and then Tom played in time. Another good finish again from Tyreek. But
yeah, it went from provider there, from that header from Clara, which brought Saints back to 1-1. And he went from provider to scorer. This time it was O'Connor with the assist. It was a great run there from Tyreek Johnson. It was a fantastic finish, and you knew as soon as he hit it that was finding the back of the net. It was a great run, and it was fantastic from Southampton, who had that momentum from that equaliser to go on and score again. In off the post, that's exactly what they did, and that is a score at half-time at St Mary's Stadium. Southampton coming from a goal down to lead 2-1. It's been, particularly the first half an hour, very entertaining. It's slowed down a little since then. Let's see what the second half has in store. It's the final game of the season. Live online TV coverage to come in the second half, but at half-time, it's Southampton 2, Sunderland 1. Welcome back to St Mary's Stadium, where things are going to plan for Saints Under-23s tonight, leading by 2-1 and moving up to second as things stand. And that is where Saints will finish if things stay as they are. But things couldn't have gone much worse for him, in all honesty. 3 minutes in, Harry Lewis caught off his line, finished from Lee Connolly at the angle. But in Southampton equalising about 25 minutes in. A lovely ball from Tyreek Johnson. It was easy in the end for Clara, but he had to finish and he did. And then 2 minutes later, a lovely through ball there from Thomas O'Connor, and Tyreek Johnson did the rest, in off the post. And Saints, who were creating a good number of opportunities up to that point, take a deserved 2-1 lead. Since then, last 15 minutes have been pretty quiet, to be honest. But the scenario is, if Southampton get at least a draw tonight, they move up to second and will have home advantage going into the next match against probably Aston Villa in the playoffs as things stand. I'm Ian Wilding. I've got Nathan Teller with me, the Southampton winger, in the commentary box for this second half Under-23s football on the Facebook page and YouTube channel, as Southampton win the ball back from Clara as they look to try and extend their lead here. Takes a deflection out for a corner, but certainly a lot of positives to take out of that first 45 minutes, Nathan. Yeah,
we created a lot of chances, which the boys can be happy about, winning as well. So another reason to be happy, just the goal which we conceded. But I think the boys can be happy with the first half, especially the way we played.
Certainly a lot of, as you say, should be happy with that. And Southampton looking to extend their lead early on. Oh, and it nearly found to Clara. And it's well won back. So Southampton sides then to go through the sides in the second half. Harry Lewis in goal, the back three of O'Driscoll, Jones and Clara. Ramsey and Vokins, the wing backs. Hamlin, O'Connor and Smallbone in the middle. And Tyreek Johnson up front with Nlundulu. The substitutes, Olafunwa, Jack Rose, Caleb Watts, Will Ferry and Marcus Barnes back from injury. I imagine we may see him at some point in the second half. Sunderland have got Patterson in goal, a back four of Gamble, Young, Collins and Colo. Connolly and Neal in the middle with Mumba, Hackett and another Connolly, Lee Connolly, playing just off Jim Pioka. Sunderland bottom of the table, Saints third before tonight, but Reading and Wolves in first and second, both having played a game more. Sunderland, who play their games at Epton Colliery Football Ground in Tyne and Wear on the whole, plus the odd game at Stadium and Light as well. As Southampton win the ball back with Clara. Certainly excitement around that Sunderland academy though. Paul Reed joined as their academy manager last summer, and now it's played back towards Nlundulu for Southampton. Chance now, Smallbone, just too far in the end for Kane Ramsey, but good idea, and Saints have started off the better of the two sides here in the second half. Into the penalty area for the first time. Just another reminder of the referee today as well is Paul Howard, who has yet to produce a yellow card. Just two passes so far for Saints, have gone just too far for the man, but both times it's been the right idea. Final match of the season as Tyreek Johnson tries to get there, and this time it's Dan Neal for Sunderland, who was promoted from the under-18s this season. Played against the likes of Villa and Manchester United earlier on in the campaign. Sunderland have played 21. They have 12 points, 7 points less than 11th place Fulham with a minus 29 goal difference. And Saints have a 2-1 lead. How much different is there though at this level, do you think, when it comes to home advantage? Obviously there's not the crowd behind you in the same way, but do you think there's a much more advantage to play at home still at under-23s level?
To be honest, for me, no, not really. I feel like if we play at training grounds, it's more of yourself. It's how you motivate yourself for the games, how different people prepare. So, especially with a lot of the boys, I think we like playing at Staplewood because obviously it's what we're used to. But then playing here, it also raises our level because this is where you want to be playing at. You want to be playing at a Premier League club in the Premier League at stadiums like this week in, week out. So I think it works both ways.
It certainly does. Certainly, Saints have been pretty consistent home and away this season. As Sunderland come forward now down the right-hand side with Jack Connolly. Nearly 5 minutes gone already here in the second half. O'Connor's been an all-action midfielder here today for Southampton. Kokolo, really well-timed tackle that was in the end. Brilliant challenge from O'Connor. Here's Smallbone again for Saints. Back to Harry Hamblin. And Lundaloo could shoot here, thought about it. Hamblin, played the 1-2 with Smallbone, just got away. Frustrating in the end. Thought chance is going to open up for Southampton, but not to be. Here's Benji Jimpioka. Lovely play that was from Aaron O'Driscoll. So composed on the ball, isn't he, O'Driscoll?
Yeah, very good defender in terms of his aerial ability and how he talks as well, because obviously as a forward you need to hear information from behind you. He's a very good speaker, which I like and we need in the team.
Johnson, just too far from Smallbone. Well, Saints getting closer again here in the second half to extending their lead, and you'd think that third goal would kill Sunderland off, but then Sunderland have a chance to get an equaliser here. And it was a ball in from Lee Connolly, just too far for Jimpioka. And the move broke down in the end. Elliot Dickman is the Sunderland Under-23s coach, was appointed back in 2017. As they look to end on a high, but as things stand, they are heading for just 12 points throughout the whole season. If things stay as they are, they've had 2 wins, 6 draws, and then it's back towards Lewis again in the Southampton goal. Forward to O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll again, and Lundaloo. Clara for Saints. Smallbone to Hamblin. Hamblin to Lundaloo. Smallbone. Could open up here, and it was inches away from Vokins, but he does get a deflection along the way, and it's a corner kick. Good football, left to right. And it fell nicely in the end. He got a bit of luck, Vokins, but he wasn't too far away in the end. And let's see if Southampton can take advantage here with the first corner of the second half. And it all came again from Lundaloo in the middle of the park. It was Smallbone with a cross. God, the more you watch it, the closer it looks. Johnson has scored one and set one up. Can he set another one up here, I wonder? He so nearly did, and it's off the line.
Penalty.
From O'Connor's header, and eventually a penalty's awarded. Alfie Jones on the floor, and Southampton now have a real chance to go further in front, breathe some daylight in this match. And the referee, no hesitation but to point to the spot. And again, it was Tyree Johnson with a corner. It caused all sorts of problems originally, didn't it, that corner kick? Cleared off the line. Not too far off from going over the line, in truth. So, Smallbone to take, to extend Saints' lead. And to make it an even better night for the home side. Smallbone has had a number of opportunities on the edge of the penalty area. This time from the spot, it just about creeps its way in. Well, for a second it looked like Patterson had done enough. He's frustrated. but Will Smallbone won't mind as Saints go 3-1 up. Well, he got a touch to it, but
Floppy wrist.
just did enough indeed, yeah. Smallbone finishing. I think the crowd, it took a couple of seconds down the other end to realise it had gone in, but it has. And how much is that just going to just calm everybody down now as well?
Yeah, sort of killed the game for them because obviously whatever little life they had left in them, it's obviously gone out the window with that goal. But again, with us, it's settled us down and it means we can at least press more or sit off more, whichever one we want to do. But we're going to have chances now because they're going to not want to be on the ball and concede anymore. So it will space will open up.
Yeah, that attack philosophy is going to continue here as Clara forward. Might get better for Southampton here. Here's a Lundaloo. Vokins. Oh, and he did excellently there. Perseverance from O'Connor. But he couldn't quite find the back of the net. And that was nearly deja vu. He saw 2 goals in 2 minutes in the first half and then nearly 2 in 2 minutes in the second half. Saints only getting another goal there, but it wasn't to be, and it stays 3-1. So it looks like Southampton are going to finish in second place in the table ahead of the playoffs, which looks like it's on Friday. Probably at home to Aston Villa as things stand. Back to O'Connor, forward again. Here's Johnson. Johnson, oh, and it wasn't far off again. Well, had he scored there, he'd have been involved pretty much in all 4 goals, Tyreek Johnson. His corner resulted in that ball cleared off the line and then the penalty. He's been brilliant tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's looking really sharp, and obviously the first goal is giving him more of an eye to goal, so I don't blame him for shooting there. It was also very close as well, so.
Wasn't far off at all. How much do you think that goal has given Saints that extra spring in their step as well?
Yeah, I felt even when we'd conceded,
another chance here. Johnson. Oh, and it just needed a good touch from Smallbone, just got away from him.
And I felt even when we conceded early in the game, I still felt we haven't really changed how we played. Like, we were on top of them, dominating from literally the first minute. So I think with the goal, it's just helping the team just become more confident. It's allowing the defence a bit more time because they're not going to want to press because their strikers are obviously frustrated now. Their midfield can't keep up with our midfield, and then our attack just keep doing what they're doing. So I think it's working out well for us.
Yeah, it certainly is. So Saints are 1-0 down after 3 minutes, but they responded brilliantly. Now that third goal, they were 2-1 up at half time. And now Patterson gets enough, plays it out towards the right-hand side. Southampton 40 points from 21 games for tonight. A win would be 43 points. That's nearly 2 points a game, which is a great achievement. So here's O'Connor again. Opens up again for Vokins. Smallbone. Johnson. Not the shot he wanted that time. Smallbone in there again, though. It was not a great clearance from Hackett originally, but Sunderland are a little bit all over the place at the back here, and Southampton have another corner kick. Last time they had a corner, they won a penalty. They've not even approached the hour mark yet. The Saints have a chance to get a fourth. As we were saying before the game, Wolves have the title secured, barring a miracle which would have involved Southampton winning by 12. Well, they're not going to do that, but they are winning by 2, and they're looking to try and lead by 3 here. Let's see if they can. In from Smallbone. Just went under him again. Just lost out on that one. The Saints so often get themselves in great positions in that final third. Just that little bit of concentration maybe at the last second. Sunderland win a free kick as we approach the hour mark. Your thoughts on what you've seen from Saints so far in the second half?
No, it's been good. I just thought we've been good, just been comfortable. Sunderland haven't really caused us any problems, so I guess, yeah, can't really complain with what we've done.
It's been so far going with the script for Southampton, who have scored in all but one of their last 17 matches, which is a 3-0 defeat against Newcastle. They scored 6 and 7 against Notts County in that time. Once one goal goes in, they tend to flow. Here's Coca-Cola. Good tackle from O'Connor. Here's Kane Ramsey. Alfie Jones to the left-hand side. Vokins in field. O'Driscoll to Clara. But how much of a better player and how much do you think you've developed as well yourself over the last, say, 12 months?
Yeah, I feel like I've improved a lot as a player. I think especially when I came, I was just an out-and-out winger. But I feel like now, especially with the formation we play, it allows me to get on the ball more centrally, which I think is something I wanted to work on anyway. It's also improved my game awareness and understanding. So I'm happy with the progress I've made within the last 12 months. And hopefully when I'm back from this injury, I wouldn't have lost too much, I guess. But nah, I just want to get back on the pitch. And
chance here, Ramsey, so as it's cleared. Yeah, hopefully an exciting season ahead as well next season. For you, the under-23s and the senior team as well. And now it's a chance for Jimpy Oka. Well, a little bit of coming together there between him and Aaron O'Driscoll, to say the least. But, yeah, the referee's got to sort this out. He's not really had anything to sort out, has he? All game, really, this referee.
Everyone's been behaving well.
Yeah. So on the floor, there is Bali Mumba. I think coming together is a bit of an understatement there. O'Driscoll was going to go into the book. Both look happy anyway, the referee and O'Driscoll. So a yellow card for him, the first yellow card of the game. That was a push originally, and then pulled this other man. Well, 2 pulls, he can't really have any complaints about that, can he really?
Number 9's had a little swing out at him though, so
yeah,
he's lucky with that, if he doesn't get sent off.
Yeah, I did think there was going to be a card as well, but not to be that time. So that's just going to slow the game down slightly here. We have played 17 minutes in the second half. A reminder, we'll have playoffs later on in this week, probably on Friday, not 100% confirmed. But on for Southampton. Looks like they're going to make a substitution here. Gives Roddy Gidi a bit of time to give his players instructions though. And it is going to be Anundulu coming off and Marcus Barnes coming on. So here he is, Marcus Barnes coming on. Great to see him coming back on.
Yeah, it's nice to see him back. He played a bit against West Brom, so it's nice for him to be back playing again, and hopefully can get another goal, continue his tally.
Tyreek Johnson also coming off. Looks like it could well be Ferry, I think, by the looks of it, coming on for him. And Tyreek Johnson, we mentioned him earlier, but he couldn't have done any more, could he?
Yeah, goal and assist, and he had a part to play in the third goal as well, so he'd be happy with his performance. Well, I would be if I was him anyway.
Yeah.
But he sets himself quite high standards, so you never know how he's gonna be after this game.
Something might have happened that he's not happy about. So Anundulu coming off as well then. So just freshens things up. Which is no bad thing, is it really, the way Saints have got Sunderland on the back foot. A couple more players just coming into the action. See if Marcus Barnes can make an impact. Before that injury, Marcus Barnes was scoring goals for fun. Dan Neal, forward to Jack Connolly. Will Ferry with his first touch and links up with Barnes. Tackle comes in, he could get another bite of the cherry, and he does. Would you believe it? The two substitutes linking up, and inside 30 seconds, Marcus Barnes scores for Southampton. Unbelievable scenes from Southampton, who extend their lead. It is 4-1. Thought the chance was going to get away from him the first time. And on his return,
quickly as well.
He certainly did. On his return to action here at St Mary's Stadium, excellent composure to get back up, instinctive finish, and it's 4-1 Southampton. Couldn't make that up, could you? Two substitutes thinking up there in 30 seconds. There's another example of players being fresh, running at the Sunderland defence. 4-1. Well, Saints finishing second here, but what a way to bow out heading into the playoffs. So Marcus Barnes with a finish, Ferry with the assist. Saints are 4-1 up. Saints are starting to run right here. Here's Barnes again. Here's Ferry again. He's onside. The two linking up. And he's still got a chance here. The goalkeeper picks it up. I mean, imagine if Will Ferry had scored there and those two linking up a minute later. The Sunderland defence were just giving them so much space there, weren't they? Well, again, it was nearly deja vu because the chance had got away from Ferry. Then I thought he might have had another chance. Will Ferry, who arrived from Bury, plays left wing and also up front. He's burst onto the scene as well, hasn't he, last few months?
Yeah, he's done really well since he's come in. He's been training with us for a while, and then especially now, Raddy gave him the opportunity. He's done really well. He looks really confident and comfortable. So,
well, what an impact Marcus Barnes is having. Lovely ball as well. And in, oh my goodness me, to Smallbone. It was Ramsey's pass. Good play from Hamblin. Here's Vokins. Oh, it's hit with pace. It was well saved. It's going out for a corner. As we were saying, 12 goals inferior to Wolves. Imagine if it had been 5 or 6. Saints would still all of a sudden have a chance here, wouldn't they?
Yeah, bursting with energy and more confidence, especially with the fresh legs as well.
Yeah. 3 goals separating the two sides now. Smallbone to take the corner. Clare and O'Driscoll in there. Only 4 in the box at the moment for Southampton. Vokins. So 2-1 at half-time. Saints have... It seems strange because Saints have had creative chances, especially last 5 minutes, but had as many chances really in the first half. And on is coming Kane Evans for Sunderland, and off is going Jack Connolly. Here we go. This is watching that opportunity again from Vokins, whipped across, it with pace. Sunderland make their first substitution. Matt Johnson, Alex Story, Harry Auden, Liam Miller are their other substitutes. Southampton have won 4 and lost 4 of their last 9 games, drawing the other. "22 minutes left, past the halfway mark of the second half. Here's Ramsey. Will Ferry. Lovely football again. Corner kick again. Going for it here though, aren't they, Southampton? They want more. Lovely play there. Ramsey on the corner. It's back to the wall stuff for Sunderland at the moment. Will Ferry with the corner, and it finds the back of the net. Terrific cross, terrific header. It is Alfie Jones with the final touch. And Southampton go 5-1 up, and this second half is getting better and better for the home side.
It's finally used his big head.
Lovely header from him, and it's 5-1. And it's been an incredible second half. Southampton just getting better and better. He had lots of space, didn't he? But he's taken it well there, Alfie Jones. 5-1.
And the fifth goal for Saints was scored by number 4, Alfie Jones.
Well, it's been an entertaining night, Nathan, hasn't it, so far?
Yeah, I mean, didn't expect this many goals, but I mean, Sunderland aren't the best team in the league, and this sort of shows today. But now we're playing well, so.
Now then, there's a late challenge, and the referee has got to break this up here. Could be in trouble here. I think that's frustration, isn't it, from Sunderland's part? So. Will slow the game down slightly here. Under the lights as a Mary Stadium, under-23s football. It was 2-1 at half-time. It's now 5-1 to Southampton, who are pretty much definitely heading for second. And that's where Southampton are going to finish. But they're enjoying themselves out there, that's for sure. It was a late tackle. It's going to go into the book. Oh my goodness me, that was high, and it was Benji Jimpioka is going into the book. The referee was blowing his whistle furiously. You wonder if it was going to be more there, but
should have been.
Yeah, just a yellow in the end, and we've got 18 to play. Saints still going for it. Lee Connolly. Here's Kane Ramsey. Late tackle from Jimpioka. I think he can have too many complaints about that either. He's got to be careful here. Forward from Alfie Jones. It's Fulham who are one place above Sunderland in the table. But Sunderland were going to be bottom whatever the situation here tonight, but they took that early lead, seems a long time ago now, after 3 minutes. Mumba gave it away. Here's Barnes. Vokins. It's not going to keep it in play, and it's out for a goal kick. As we approach the last 15 minutes here of the second half as well. The 11th and final home league game of the season for Southampton. Been in so many competitions, not just the league, but the Premier League International Cup, the Premier League Cup, Hampshire Senior Cup Checkatrade Trophy. I mentioned that earlier about the Checkatrade Trophy as well. It must be good as well for you and everybody else's development to play that senior football.
Yeah, I mean, it gives us a taste of obviously how physical the leagues can be. It also gives some boys the incentive of, I want to work hard and play well so that I don't have to play this sort of level, because obviously everyone wants to play in the Premier League, but obviously some unfortunately won't. So I think this makes the boys again more hungry and have more desire. So I think it's good, and I like that competition.
Coming forward with desire here as well as Vokins, just given away. Ferry tried to get there. Well, I suppose it gives everyone a flavour, doesn't it, as well? And it's that first team experience.
Especially if you go on loans as well to that level. It's good because it wouldn't just be a shock to your system. Like, you know what to expect, which I think is good.
Is that a possibility for you, do you think, eventually, maybe to go on loan somewhere when you get back from injury?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I'm going to be 20 soon anyway, so, I mean, whatever happens, first team football would be nice, but I'm just focusing at the moment on getting back from this injury. That's my main focus. I'm not really thinking about when I'm back playing. I just want to get back to that level before I start thinking about it.
And just a reminder, Nathan, as well, people just tuning in, the situation with your injury.
I just picked up a knee injury against Dynamo Zagreb in the semi-final here the other week, and then I'm going to be out for a couple months, but obviously just working hard and trying to get back as quickly as I can.
Here is Will Ferry for Southampton. Still, since that fifth goal, it's generally been in that final third, and here's an opportunity for Ramsey. Can he finish? So close to doing so. Another one off the line. It would have been a beautiful goal if he could have scored. Went for the chip. But Ramsey, sometimes he's so athletic, isn't he? He gets up the field so quickly. Sometimes it's difficult to remember that he isn't a right back because he covers so many
he's
inches.
So quick, so much endurance. Obviously, he's very good on the ball. I think going up with the first team as well has helped him. Has made him a lot more confident. And obviously that chance which he had, I don't think he would have done that a couple months ago, try to chip it, but nah, it's good. I like how he's come a long way. A very good player.
There's no better way to improve your confidence by being thrown in against Man City, the senior team, back in December time. You must think to yourself, he must think if he can do that, he can play anywhere.
Yeah, and especially because he played quite well as well, considering it was his debut. I mean, just going from strength to strength, and I'm looking forward to what he's capable of doing.
Yeah, he's a real talent, that's for sure. To say Jan Valery making a step up as well earlier in the season, the right back, 13 to play. Here's Jake Vokins, who, as well, a former England under-17 player, looking to hopefully move up those levels. Played in the European Championship as well in the under-17s, Jake Vokins. And now here's Christophe Clara, started out at Rapid Vienne. Signed his first professional deal in 2016 before signing another one 2 weeks ago. Here is Smallbone. Christophe Clara. Another throw for Southampton. Saints lost just 2 of their last 9 games at home, including that 3-1 defeat against Zagreb in the Premier International Cup. Now, Harry Hamlin was sent off in that one. It's a good game that was, though, and Saints now here have it where they want it. Just slowed down a little, hasn't it, recently? I think maybe just happy to just keep it as
same
things
as the
are.
first half, but I mean the boys don't really need to attack much more, but that's not really in our nature. We just want as many goals as we can.
Yeah, just keep going. That's probably the message at the moment. It's Ferry. Did too much in the end, out for a goal kick. Last 11 minutes. Saints have still got Caleb Watts on the bench and Dariella Funwa, the two outfield players.
Looks like Caleb's coming on now.
Yeah. Must have heard me. He's coming on there. So Caleb Watts, another player who joined the club from QPR. Another one I imagine probably see a lot more of him next season as well.
Yeah, I mean, considering he's only a first year, when he's trained with us, he's looked really good. Likes to get on the ball, likes to drive with it, and yeah, looking sharp in training, being with us involved in the bench. Couple of games, but now I'm looking to see what he can do. Neat and tidy player on the ball.
Yeah, it's a good position to be in as well, coming on with this scoreline. Can go out and play with some freedom here. Just 10 left. He's coming on, and off is going Aaron O'Driscoll. So it looks like O'Connor will move further back here into a defensive 3. So the same formation with 3 at the back, with Caleb Watts playing a bit further forward. See what he can do for the last 10 minutes. So everyone's been in among the action here, scoring goals here tonight. Alfie Jones has scored, so too has Will Smallbone, Tyreek Johnson. Marcus Barnes getting a goal as well as a substitute. Christoph Clare as well. So how important is that? You've got 5 different players there getting on the score sheet tonight.
I mean, it's good in terms of looking forward to the game on Friday, because that's all we need now, goals. We just need to get in the habit of scoring goals, which is something we weren't doing as much before. But now obviously we've scored the 5 goals. It's going to give us confidence to go into the game on Friday and then Wednesday, hopefully when we win.
So it's going to be frustrating for Southampton then, losing out on the title just on goal difference, having exactly the same number of points as Wolves. Brilliant character from them on Friday, as I was saying, to come from 2-0 down to beat Manchester United 3-2 late on. They're minutes away from sealing the title, mathematically. Sunderland with their first real chance of the second half, and it was Lee Connolly who scored early on, and has scored their last 2 goals if you include the end of their last match against Fulham, but he couldn't find the finish there. Did well to get him into the position, but just shot was wayward, and it sails well over and well wide of the post. So a long way home for Sunderland. Foul from Jim Pioka. Saying Nathan Teller with me in the commentary box tonight for this Under-23s match. We've had live online TV coverage every home game this season. One to come later in the week in the playoffs. That's too far for Marcus Barnes, and we'll get reaction after this game from the Saints coach, Ruddy Jahidi, which will go up on all of our channels and pages, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and also on our official Southampton FC page. But I imagine everything coming out of Ruddy Jahidi's mouth tonight will be pretty positive.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be positive with the whole season as it's been, because to lose by goal difference is unfortunate, but the way we've played for most games this season, we've looked like a team who deserve to be up there. So, I mean, he can be happy with it, the boys can be happy with it. So, yeah, I think he's just obviously now going to focus on Friday's game and just see what we can get out of that against a tough opponent in Aston Villa.
It will be, yeah, that's right. Southampton against Aston Villa to come. Home advantage for Saints. It's 2nd v 5th and 3rd v 4th. Newcastle taking on Reading. At Reading in the other game, by the looks of things, as things stand. Hamblin Here's Watts to Smallbone, back to Clara. Hamblin, lovely ball. Vokins. Kokolo. Jones. Here's Watts. Saints have made all of their substitutions now tonight. Smallbone. Ferry. Chimpioka to Balimumba. Hackett, and that is well over the crossbar. The left-footed player certainly likes to get forward, Hackett, but that was sailing over as soon as he hit it, and we've only got 5 minutes left to play here at St Mary's Stadium. Forward again from Harry Hamblin, but out for a throw to Sunderland. I think Saints will probably just look to try and keep possession now, last few minutes really.
Yeah, just see it out. Obviously we can take a lot of positives from this, but yeah, just see out the last 5 minutes. Try to have as much of the ball as possible, get Caleb on the ball, just let him, as a young one, have as many touches, just get confidence.
There's quite a lot of games, isn't it, you play? I mean, you look at the league, there's only 22 matches, but when you combine that with all the other competitions you're in, you're looking at 40 odd games almost.
Yeah, like I say, it means we have to be fit, and as a team, I think we are very fit, so it's not really been a problem for us. However, we trust the under-18s as well. Like, they've played quite a bit with us this season, and they've done well when they've come in. So I don't think it's the number of games has been a factor for us.
Yeah, performances have improved all across all the levels from Southampton over the last few months. Senior, under-23s, under-18s as well. Great run this one. Marcus Barnes comes back to Ferry. Worth a go from there. Why not, I suppose. Those two linking up again. Marcus Barnes, he looks like he's never been away, doesn't he?
He's done well to get back from his injury and come back in good shape as well. It's going to be good for him because obviously the playoff games you have on Friday, it's going to be important for him to at least get a goal, get confidence back into himself.
Yeah, and he will. Nothing better than the fact he's come on and he scored within about 60 seconds, just what he needed really. I suppose the longer it went on for, the more difficult it might have been for his confidence, but to get a goal straight away on his return to home action, cannot ask any more than that. And it looked like the chance was gone at first, but he tapped it in to make it 4-1 before Alfie Jones made it 5-1. Last 2 minutes. I would guess about 4 minutes of stoppage time. We've had a couple of little incidents and a few substitutions. Imagine the referee probably won't want to play too long of this game though, considering this game is all done and dusted now. Foul on Smallbone. Just been a couple of those little incidents really in the second half.
Yeah, can't really get near us and frustrations creeping in for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's what you get when they're not a good team. Just kick.
Went on him hard there, Lee Connolly. So that's a yellow card for him. Barged off the ball, a minute left to play of normal time. Have a throw to Saints. Harry Hamblin. Harry Hamblin, who was on the score sheet in that Premier International Cup last game, got sent off. Last 30 seconds. One back from Watts. Good run from him. Could get a sixth here, Saints. Not like that, they won't. What attempts? You're looking at well over 20 for Southampton tonight. A few have been off target. Just 2 minutes of added time indicated. That just goes to show, I think this referee just wants this wrapped up here. We've had we had loads of stoppages. Well, I'd say loads, 2 or 3. And a number of substitutions, but 2 minutes added from the fourth official. Had there have been more to play for, I'd have thought we could have seen 4, maybe even 5 on the fourth official's ball. A few supporters as well come out tonight to watch the team in action. They've certainly had their money's worth, haven't they, this evening?
I mean, it's nice to always go to a game and there's goals, so you can't go home disappointed, I guess.
Often as well, the interest starts to build as well, particularly with the senior side doing so well. Recently, here's Dan Neal. Towards Kokolo. Went out eventually, the flag's up. Last minute of the game of stoppage time to come. And Wolves are 60 seconds away from being crowned champions officially and promoted to the top flight of the PL2. Saints are going to go up with them. They've got to do it via the playoffs. Clara. Little glance at the watch there from the referee. Here's Lee Connolly. And there's the whistle. A very entertaining evening. Saints have done the job. They've won 5-1. They were never going to catch Wolves, who are crowned champions. Congratulations to them who've won promotion to the top flight of the PL2. But for Saints, it was an excellent night. And they finished second in the table and can now look forward to the playoffs after coming from a goal down to win this match in the end quite convincingly. So Saints did the job. It was 2-1 at half time, and second half they just got better and better, kept putting the pressure on, and they've gone and picked up the 3 points and finished the season second. This was the early goal. Within the first 3 minutes it was Lee Connolly. It was caught Harry Lewis off his line. But then about 20 odd minutes later, it was all Southampton, even though Sunderland were a goal up. So you felt that goal was coming. 5 more came. There was the first of them. Christoph Clero with a header. And then just a couple of minutes later, through ball from O'Connor, and Johnson, who set up that goal, was there with a finish this time with the left foot. It was 2-1. That's what the score was at half time. Foul in the penalty area on Jones. Smallbone finished. Anthony Patterson will be slightly disappointed he didn't keep that one out in the end, but Smallbone won't mind. That made it 3-1. And a beautiful ball from Ferry to Barnes. That was just a minute after the pair of them had come on. Both linked up straight away. And then the final touches was put into this as well, into the performance with that 5th goal. That put the icing on the cake. It was a good ball. It was a header from Jones. Job done for Southampton. They finished the season in second. And Nathan Teller's been with me. Nathan, it's just been a great season on the whole, hasn't it, for Southampton?
Yeah, I mean, as a team, come a long way, especially from last year, just missing out on playoff places. But I mean, yeah, as the boys and as a team, and even as individuals, we can take a lot from this season, a lot of positives, and yeah, it's just been great to be a part of the team and great to be involved, and obviously great to win tonight and looking forward to Friday.
Well, we'll be back for the playoffs then. Looking forward to that one. We'll have live online TV coverage of that one. If Southampton can have a good night then they could be in for quite some evening. Saints win convincingly. They finished second in the end in the PL2 Division 2. Thanks for watching tonight. Full time, Southampton 5, Sunderland 1.